can't tell if he's traumatized or turned on, titillated or traumatized. Hi, I'm
Craig
from the LSTNT Podcast Network. It is my pleasure and honor to welcome you to Movies from Memory. On this podcast, you'll hear hosts
Dante
and
Craig
and
Art
and
Mr. E.
try through a haze of smoke and alcohol to remember an important or nostalgic movie we haven't seen in several years. We are a little vulgar and insensitive, but that's just our sense of humor, and it all comes from a passion and love of movies. Nay, cinema. Tonight is Hollywood's classic 1999 film called
8mm,
starring
Chris Bauer as Machine.
and,
Others
as always, please
like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't forget to check the bottoms of your popcorn buckets for holes. Someone might put their dick in there.
The Queen Bee.
The thing about Queen Bee,
Hey everybody, welcome to Movies from Memory. Glad to have you back. I'm your humble host, Dante. With me as always, co-host Craig. Special
Ahoy.
returning champ, Artemio. And it's such a treat for you today. We got the old-fashioned favorite, Mr. E. How the hell are you?
The old reliable, the tender lover, the
Egyptian lover.
what?
the lonesome lover sometimes, but
The
also a
enigma.
giver, more of a giver.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
More of a swallower.
Glad that you're here at the cinema with
Like
us.
a
I'm
swallower or
so
a
happy
spitter?
to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
J-Babe, you been drinking watermelon?
Oh no, I've been dishing out watermelon like it's a summer picnic barbecue.
It's a summer picnic.
Is that JB or is it Becky with the good hair?
So what is that whole thing? It's supposed to be if you eat watermelon.
No, there's a
won't have
line from a
kids or
Beyonce
something.
song
That's
where
pineapple
she says
juice.
that
It's
she's
pineapple
drinking
juice is
watermelon,
supposed to make the
and my
cum a
cousin
little
was
better.
like, "Whoa, Caesar and watermelon." So I was like, "Oh, okay, well."
That's true. So you just
I don't-
you
what
come
was it?
on the watermelon, you eat it, and it tastes way better.
You could come on anything and eat it.
You
It's
could.
true, yeah. We are in the spirit
Wait,
of,
are we
of
on?
the
Is this a
episode
Limp
of
Bizkit
the movie.
edition
This
of the
is live.
podcast?
Because, yeah, this is
This is live,
come to
yeah.
life.
We're live.
Okay, so we're talking movies here. We're talking flicks.
Chicks,
Cinema.
pricks, clicks.
What's the film
Clicks.
today? It's the 1999 film 8mm, starring Nicolas Cage.
I think we hyped this in another episode.
I think
We're
we
waiting
did.
for Mr. E.
This one
Well,
released
he's here now.
February 26, 1999. Man, oh
Speaking
man.
of Limp Bizkit, I'm sure they had a hit single around this time. A bop that all the kids were stepping to.
Who put the bop in the bop shabop?
Yeah.
All the way back
They
to
did that one, I think.
1999, there's a few things that I looked at. The Billboard's year-end Hot 100
something.
singles. Believe by Cher was the number one song in 1999.
The original autotune.
Yeah. She was looking pretty, like, angelic, I remember. Like, very pale.
A little gibberish. Or
Yeah.
Androgynous,
Like,
you said?
you ever seen that movie Powder?
Oh,
She kinda
angelic.
had, like, powder with a wig on.
powdered cheeks, baby.
I thought you said androgynous.
Is that the one
but
with
you
the
said
guy with
angelic.
elephantitis?
No, that's the elephant.
The
Man.
Elephant Man?
That-
Wasn't Cher in that too?
I don't think so.
She is who the Elephant Man was
I think
based
I'm
off
lost.
of.
I think they probably shared
Already
that
lost.
that elephantitis dick.
The one that I noticed, though,
Some Sonny Bono?
is Every Morning by Sugar Ray. It's the
Like
eighth-
Sonny
eighth
Boner.
most
Babe,
popular
don't.
song.
That's a separate podcast, babe. Don't get me started on fucking how dope
Sugar gay?
Sugar Ray is.
Oops!
Oh wow! There's all. This is a Sugar Ray fan center here. It's a safe
Yeah, this
space.
is a
Fan
space for Sugar Ray fans.
For what was the singer's name? Mark McGrath.
McGrath.
Yeah.
Dude, he'd fight you, man.
I know, dude. And I would fight him too.
Yeah.
I would.
All right, let's make it happen.
Let's
Any
make
promoters out there?
a celebrity
Ever hear
death
this?
match.
Okay. Also in
That's not Sugar
1999.
That's way better.
I had to look this up. 1999 NBA champs. It was a short year because of lockout, and the Spurs beat the Knicks. It's kind of like
Spurs
over Knicks, not very
The
exciting.
Knicks were in the fucking finals.
Yeah.
22 years ago.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that's a little sprinkle of 1999.
That kind of brings you back into the magical time of 1999.
Man, I'm there already. All right, let's just get into it.
Speaking of mad rush,
go over the film. This fine cinema. 8 millimeter. That's it. That's the one. What do you guys?
Is there any other notable actors or actresses from
8 millimeter? Why don't they
We
just
only
make it
listed
9?
one.
there's a couple
James
dudes,
Gandolfini.
Yeah.
So Tony Soprano's in there.
And
Okay.
a wild boy role for him.
I don't know who plays like
plays a wild
the
boy?
Gimp.
Joaquin Phoenix is in this.
And Joaquin.
Is he the Gimp?
No.
Well, that guy that plays the Gimp is also in True Blood.
Is he?
Yeah.
Does he
then
play
the
a
guy-
Gimp in that, too?
That weird ass director dude is also. He's been in hella movies. He's been like Armageddon.
The weird German guy.
Yeah, I don't know if
I
he's
guess
German,
without
yeah.
saying.
The director of what?
East European.
No, I'm saying he was in
knows?
Armageddon. He was. What's that?
Let's just start at the beginning.
I think it's probably-
This is pure anarchy and chaos. Let's just start at the beginning of the film.
That's, we're at our best. Thanks, everybody.
How does this movie start?
So it starts
Nick
with
Cage.
Nick Cage. Isn't he a private detective?
He's a private dick.
And who's his wife? Because his wife is somebody too, isn't it? That actress.
It's a woman he's married to.
Oh my god. That's what wife means.
He gets a call from like a rich lady that's like, "Hey, my husband just died, and I like found his like vault, and I found this like film.
My husband just died.
There's been a murder.
It was what's that lady from that fucking Netflix documentary where she fed him to alligators or lions or something.
Carol.
Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
She calls
oh my
up Nick
God.
Cage and she's like,
And yeah, she's like, "Hey,
Carol, not Brittany.
I think my husband here he like purchased a snuff film, and you find out if it's legit.
Yeah.
It's
And
the
they're
real
like,
deal.
we've heard this.
He had his
a million
sticky
times.
little fingers on the snuff film in his vault.
that was a
What
sticky
kind of-
can of film right there.
What
Oh my
kind
God,
of like
barely
wasn't
played
it
on
like
the
not? It
projector.
wasn't like in his closet. It was like a dungeon.
It's like
He was in a
It's
vault.
like under the
It was in a vault,
floorboards or something.
Everybody has a basement
floor
vault,
vault?
right?
Yeah.
A floor
Wait.
vault?
So the lady said, my husband died, and I found like his creeper vault, and he's a fucking creep.
he's a creep.
Yeah.
But
And I
she
want-
was she essentially,
So
I
the
think
snuff
she-
film
I
is
think she
like a
essentially
murder. It's a murder
Yeah.
of a chick,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Or the
and
person,
she's
yes.
like, "Hey, can
Yeah.
you verify if this is real?"
Okay.
Yeah, I think because she
Okay,
wants her
yeah.
conscience clear that girl wasn't killed. I think is the idea.
Yeah.
Dun
and
dun
That's
dun.
a that's a
Nick
real
Cage is
visceral-
like, this like some private person videoed this, and it's all just CGI.
He just like opens up
Totally,
his
they have
AOL.com
perfect
in
CGI
1999
just
and
to help her.
he
clear
gets a
her
little
mind.
link sent to him from
Yeah.
this email
Oh
from
my
this
God.
lady, and he
But yeah,
clicks
this
on
dial-up.
There's like a really visceral scene of
A lot
like
of dial-up
of
scenes.
Nick Cage like watching it.
He's
where he's-
reacting to it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he like
you
has
see
his
both of his
hand in a
hands?
fist,
Yeah,
like to
can you
his
see
mouth.
both of his
Knuckle.
hands at the same
Yeah.
time though in the
One of his
That's a
hands
good
keeps
point.
going. His arm just keeps going up and down.
his
but
shoulders
his
like
hands off camera.
Well, he's
just
going through a lot.
gyrating. Yeah,
That's true.
No, and he's like, yeah, he's definitely.
And I think
freaks him out.
doesn't he just have?
but he's
he ju-
intrigued.
He didn't.
It's
he,
a two.
didn't
yeah.
he just
Kinda,
have a
yeah,
newborn
interested.
daughter?
That's what it is. Yeah. So he,
He shows her the video.
He's got some skin in the
No,
game.
he's a family.
he's
man.
imagining like
He
what
uploads
would
it to-
happen.
to
I
Disney
would this
Plus.
is somebody's daughter.
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
goodness sake.
Oh my god.
And
And then
he's
he
like,
watches the end of the film and it goes,
Oh wow.
and then they shoot
Yeah.
her.
Man,
It was a 2-tissue flick.
that was a good soundbite, but that's
So he's like, "Yes,
Those are the
ma'am.
only ones I get.
I will take the
relevant or, like,
challenge.
dark.
I will find out if your snuff film is the real deal, is the real McCoy."
yeah. I just
Couldn't wait to watch it.
So I remember there being a lot
Can I
of
bring this home with
montages
me?
between
Oh
that,
my god.
and then I remember.
Be kind, rewind.
So dude,
He always watches it.
So
He's
he
gotta
goes
get
and
back
he
to
interviews the lady's, the
beginning.
girl's mom, right?
Yeah, he somehow finds that the chick is
And it's
a real
it's
person.
the mom from in the what is it called, Rookie of the Year?
You almost said in the army now.
I don't know.
From Rookie of the Year.
From Rookie of the Year.
You're gonna have to try a little harder than that.
She was like,
Oh
just
my
load it.
God.
Just load it.
He bangs her.
Yeah.
So what does he say to
Cool.
her? Like,
Sounds
hey,
like
is
a
this
great
chick-
flick.
Oh, he finds out
Yeah.
that the chick was missing.
So he starts.
but
he starts investigating by visiting every like
Yeah, he
porno
visits
store
her
in
punk
the
ass
area,
boyfriend.
right?
Remember
He's
that?
like, He's looking for somebody who's into making these films.
Oh, okay.
Well,
yeah,
no, this
yeah.
happens later, but I think he starts going to her hometown. I forget how he figures out who she is, but he ends up going to her hometown.
The girl got killed.
Yeah. And he interviews the mom, which I was saying is the lady from Rookie of the Year, and she's just like distraught.
She's like, I don't know, my son's in the major leagues. I can't really focus on.
I got a lot of shit going on right
anymore.
now.
I got a lot of
I have a
shit going on.
10-year-old son in the majors. Something happened to my daughter.
Hanging out with a dude from fucking
His
Home
ERA
Alone.
is through the roof
he's hanging out
right
with a
now.
sticky
He's trying to
bandit
get
right
back to
now.
the-
I got a lot of shit on my plate.
But yeah, so I remember that he ends up going to like all the porno stores and stuff.
Yeah,
And that's where the movie gets good.
He ends up going to L.A.
Oh.
And then he goes to a porn shop and he meets a deviant by the name of Joaquin Phoenix.
But he's like, I need your most hardcore underground shit.
Doesn't he say something creepy?
thing.
It was like, yeah, we got all you want, like dildos and fucking butthole stuff and all that shit.
He's like turns into Pauly Shore.
A little more extreme than
Weasel.
He's all, we got some juice.
We got some
Like,
dildos.
yeah. We got
We got some anal beads.
But there's
buddy.
do you guys remember where he's talking to there's a scene where he's talking to Joaquin Phoenix and he's like, oh yeah, well you seem kind of like educated though, like work in this porn shop, and he's like, what do you mean?
Oh, is that
And he's
the
got-
trick book that he has?
Yeah, he's got like a smut, like a fucking book
It's
covering
like,
like
big jugs or something.
and it's covering like a good book, like a legit.
It's like Great Expectations or something, isn't it?
Wait,
Like,
wait.
you really are smart.
Oh, so they think he's reading.
Yeah, they
War
think
and
that he's
Peace,
reading
just that
smut.
giant.
And I love the idea that
Yeah,
It was the best of times.
I love the
it
idea
was
that
the
he's
worst
like,
of
well, I
times.
can't read this in a porn shop. I've got to read like
Yeah.
porno mags.
Yeah, I have to be as disgusting as everybody in here.
So I remember that it gets kind of deviant after this.
It gets real deviant real quick. There's a lot of underground scenes. There's a lot of fences.
That's just
shadows.
the intro to the film
Your
you started
soundboard is
watching.
just tailor made for a.
And
Yeah, finally it comes in handy.
Yeah.
It comes in
unintended.
handy as a. I don't know. That's kind of a.
But I remember he finds that creepy European guy, and he's the director.
No, but that happens later because it starts out where he meets somebody first.
Well, fill me in,
And
buddy.
he's like-
Tell me what I'm missing.
Then he meets somebody who's like, hey,
fill
bro.
me up.
He's
Fill
like,
me
hey, man,
up.
I'm into some freaky shit. I need some of this. He
Freaky
goes.
deaky.
He does go to like a legit like sex dungeon, doesn't he? Or no? Am I?
Yeah.
Am I?
I think he does. Yeah.
And he meets somebody.
They play London Dungeon by the Misfits over the PA.
I thought it was
Yeah.
London Calling. My bad.
Well,
but yeah, so he asked this guy, and the guy's like apprehensive about like letting him in on the information.
well,
or whatever.
because Nick Cage is looking like a square bear Mark. He's looking
He's
like
dressed
a police
all in black
officer.
leather like a
Yeah,
cop.
he's looking like a detective
Yes,
going around
yeah.
to all these like smut houses and like
Porn
trying
places.
to interview and investigate shit. And
I'm in the background
But-
a lot of those.
Just
I had to
casually in there.
sign a contract.
Spoiler
but-
alert, Craig is the machine.
it's like so. What's the machine? You got to explain that because that's
that happens
the
later. We'll find
that's
out.
like
Oh.
the guy in the film, right? That's
Yeah,
like,
that's
doing
the
shit to
actual
the-
like murderer
the
of the
murderer
girl
yeah,
in the film.
in the film, yeah.
Yeah, so
he's wearing a gimp suit or what?
He's wearing like a mask.
Ugh.
So this is
Fatality.
He was
Wasted.
nasty though.
Wasted.
It was,
So
it
I
was gross.
So he does set up an appointment, but I forget how he meets James Gandolfini. Do you guys remember that at all or no?
I don't know, but James Gandolfini is like a porn director or something.
Yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
very shady.
Or no,
greasy.
or is he a casting guy or something
Nick
like that? Because that
Cage
German
is,
guy is the director.
Yeah, I'm not sure what their actual titles are.
He's the sound, the
Positions,
boom
but
operator.
Well, who's the executive producer? I don't know.
anyways, yeah, Nick Cage is peeling back the onions of this like underground fucking disgusting.
And meanwhile,
brothels
he's
and
like doing calls back.
smutty like people, gross fucking tweakers and
But is
gross
he-
nasty fucking.
Is he like
it's
low-key
all
into
disgusting.
it though, kind
but
of?
I'm saying
Kinda,
like
yeah.
he's
He's,
No, I don't think
getting
he
he's
is.
getting blackened by it, man.
it's
He's
like
getting,
you can't tell if he
Yeah.
was
Eroded.
traumatized or turned
Yeah.
on. You can't tell if he's like
Okay.
if he
He's
does
titillated or
if this is all new
traumatized.
info and
I
this
thought I
this
could
shit.
tell the difference. I thought he was just pretty much grossed out.
But you can't.
No, well,
Yeah.
no, you can't tell because
The thing is, you can't.
He's,
But he
act,
becomes
he's like
obsessed with it.
Yeah,
He
he's
becomes
like,
I like
that's
when
what
he
I'm saying.
watches
He's-
the dolphin porn.
He likes it, but he's like
That's
hates
just
it.
making excuses
He hates
now.
it and loves it so much at the same time. Is what I'm saying.
And then so he finally sets up. He finally sets up an appointment with that director, the creepy Euro guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, I would like the machine."
And he
I
goes,
would like to
"Oh,"
make.
and the guy's so weird about
I would
it.
like to
Cage
make a
says
snuff
that?
film.
Yeah,
he's
he's wearing like a
with the
kimono.
machine.
He's
when
trying
he
to
meets-
produce his own film.
He's like
But
in
he's
a
like, but I
dungeon
need the
somewhere.
machine to be like the lead actor.
Because he's my.
I
yeah.
need the
Because that's
hardcore
kinda midway,
underground
isn't
Nick
it?
Cage shit. What's that?
That's kind of midway in the movie, isn't it?
I'm not exactly.
Well, that's
sure.
I think his plot to track this guy.
Yeah,
down.
where he wants to meet.
So
the
he acts
murderer.
as a porn producer.
But
Yeah,
meanwhile-
or somebody
meanwhile,
like or not a benefactor, but somebody will bankroll the film.
Like he
Right.
just I love marries himself and like greases his hair up.
Oh, no.
There's
He's
something
like a
about
fan
Mary.
Something about Mary.
Yeah, sorry, misspoke, but yeah.
But the whole time,
he
like,
greases up his hair a little bit and like turns into a porn producer and
Yeah.
like, tries to like set this all up.
He's like
to
the
bust
Orson
him, right?
Welles
He's
of
like
porn.
trying to set up a bust.
But also the whole time, like,
Oh, they're gonna bust. They're gonna film a bust.
Couldn't help ourselves.
bust it. I wish you had that one. Bust it. But the whole time, like, Joaquin Phoenix is like, yeah, I want to help. Like, I'm interested in this. Like, I want to be like your guy.
He's
Like,
just been reading books this whole time.
yeah, he's like, well, I've read like one Jugs mag
I've been
and like a
reading
Hemingway
Archie.
book that was underneath it. But I'm down to be your guy.
Oh my
Like,
God.
he's a sidekick in this.
He is
Pretty
legit-
much, yeah.
he's
He
legit
wants
a
to roll
sidekick,
with him.
Yeah.
He's like, let me help you.
So he sets it. He
You-
sets.
I
up
can
an-
help you, like, follow the thread of this case, and I will probably be jacking off a lot during the process.
Don't mind
So that's like
me.
my
Oh,
payment.
that's
is like
why
a turn
he
on
went
all
there.
of
He
it.
went there- he
But
went
I
there-
will legitimately help you solve the case.
Well, he's
so
got
it works
his
for
like
both of
his
us.
hardcore porno Sherpa because he knows all the ins and outs.
Yeah.
I worked in that industry for
I like
years.
that, like, just because you work at a porn
cut it.
porn shop,
Yeah.
you like know
You're
like, the
contacted,
inside of
yeah.
That's
everything.
this director. That's this actor. Yeah.
They're
This
like,
is where
do you
the
know
snuff
anything
shit
about-
happens. This is
Yeah.
where this happens.
You have,
Oh,
to,
the snuff
you
shit.
have to
Okay.
be a legit
You gotta go down
fan.
42nd
Like he's like a
Street.
fan, not like a in the industry.
Yeah.
And he's obviously not
Very
interested.
knowledgeable.
Joaquin Phoenix's character is like obviously not even interested in porno at all, but
Yeah.
somehow he knows everything about the ins and outs of LA porn.
Because Nick Cage is just a family.
This legit was
loving
telling me for you.
fucking,
You got too many buttons.
Yeah, well,
Like
Nick
a
Cage
family
is a
man.
family man, but he's being corrupted, and they
Do
finally
you guys remember the
like,
montage?
Family Man.
Well, no, there's
Is this a sequel to Family Man?
there's legit montages where he's calling his wife, just checking. And he's like, "Hey,
And it's
Just
Taylor
not
Downey.
Are you okay? Is the baby safe?
Nuh-uh.
And he's like watching porn or something, right? It's like weird.
chain
Cranking
smoking
it.
cigarettes, just cranking hard body to fucking the same age."
And
No, he's
Joaquin
talking
Phoenix
to his
studying.
wife
He's
about his kid.
he's studying and he's
You just hear
collecting.
fat.
He's like,
Oh, no.
he's like,
And
hang
Joaquin's
on,
like-
honey, I'm taking notes. I'm studying right now.
Joaquin's reading like Farewell to Arms in the next room. Just keep it down in there.
Oh my god. A Tale of Two Cities.
You just hear a knock. What you doing there, bud?
And so don't the fucking actual
set up a
like
sting,
porn
baby.
guys?
So they
but
set,
no,
they,
but don't
they,
they,
do,
like
they do set up the sting.
tie someone down in a
Then they-
chair like
Yeah,
realize,
and it's Joaquin
They
Phoenix.
did a double cross, right?
They do a double cross, baby.
and
Yeah.
they're setting up the
And
film.
then there's a
It's like
crossbow
a
involved
film.
also.
Yeah.
So it's
So it's
kind
a
of like
triple cross.
is it like Inception? Like it's a
I
film
think
within
there's
a film.
some
Like
motocross in
he's
there,
trying
too.
Yeah,
to make a film, but they're giving him the film and
It's an
like
Inception.
Yeah,
No, because he's trying to hire the director to make an original piece.
Yes, thank you for
Well, there you
with
go.
the
Like
machine.
that.
how
And,
big is this?
And they all show up at this like warehouse. So it's the director, the machine, Joaquin, and Nick Cage, right?
But Joaquin isn't shown yet.
Okay.
He
I
gets
thought
revealed.
the Machine was like a underground drum and bass band from like the late 90s.
I think
It
like
probably
electronic.
I think
That
it was
sounds
like
about right.
jungle and house.
no, you're thinking
and
of
stuff
Fish
like
Hook,
that.
the band that's
Fish Hook.
Yeah, so they
Inside
do
joke.
the
Inside baseball.
triple cross, and it's found out that they know Nick Cage's plan, and they've fucked Nick Cage, and that's
Yeah.
where they kill Joaquin.
So they got
right?
they got Joaquin Phoenix tied
So
up.
they
and
actually make it.
dude,
snap.
that
Did
legit.
they film
'cause I
it?
saw this movie
I
probably when I was
probably.
like
So, yeah.
10.
exactly like
Like I remember them, like him being tied up with
No,
that
it's
fucking
13.
with that with
It's
that
13
with that
at least.
with that.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't because that was it was
yeah,
99,
12,
right?
right?
99.
yeah.
So I was probably 11.
Yeah, maybe 11 because you weren't. Yeah.
But I remember the duct tape over his mouth, and then they just slit in his throat. And I was like, "Holy shit, that man shouldn't have gone like that."
Well, see, the thing
that's
is,
a bummer.
they lure
Bummer
you in.
summer.
The beginning of the movie lures you in to believe you're on this like quest with Nick Cage to like redeem the wrong that has been done and be the righteous like protector.
Yeah.
But then they just make you watch a smut film like by the end
Yeah.
of it.
Well, they never
Well, you
really
feel
make
kinda
you
dirty
watch
by the
snuff
end of
a
it.
snuff film. Yeah, they make you
But,
watch the death happen, and then like they bring you into the snuff. and they
Yeah.
they make
that's
you
Do you think it was a
bathe
snuff?
in the snuff.
Well, he's like an
Bathes
outsider,
in
right? And
Was
they
it two
even
snuff,
say that to
or
him.
was it just a snuff?
Just
That-
snuff it
Oh,
up.
nice.
They tell him that he's like he's
Snuff
not
enough.
prepared for this world, like he's in over his head.
You don't have the stuff for the snuff.
But he like runs off, right?
Can
like,
he snuff?
He
Does he have
injures the
Stuff.
machine and he gets away. He kills the director. Nick Cage does.
Yeah, and then
I think there's a crossbow. Somebody gets shot with a crossbow.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he shoots
Oh,
the
you're
director.
talking about Skyrim?
He shoots the director, I think, in the
Skyrim for
throat.
Xbox One?
Why doesn't he have a pistol like a
No, he does-
detective's gun the whole time?
There's a good old fashioned.
I don't think they have-
Okay, here's the other
Mexican standoff.
Why?
with crossbows
Where's
and
like?
pistols.
Is he actually? Do we actually know that he works for a police department or like?
No,
He's a private
detective.
private
Private
dick.
So
dick.
he's like privately employed, putting himself,
A brother
paying
Shane,
his
a
way, doing this
brother
all
Shane.
on like putting himself in this position all by himself. There's no
Yeah. Well, he's done it for money, but at this point he's
There's
like,
no
got
organization. he's
so
working
emotional
for. It's
or
just-
emotional and it's personal.
Emil
for him.
Hirsch
Yeah.
is what you're looking for.
Yeah.
He's taking it personal.
He's
at
taking
this
it personal and he has to it's like a revenge sort of.
That's why they bring in
For
the
the
whole
money.
daughter
For the
aspect.
money, baby.
That's why he's doing
Dollar
it.
bills, y'all.
But so then he ends up kidnapping James Gandolfini at a certain point.
Who he
Takes him-
also was part of the porn.
And he's like, "You thought everything you've ever seen was hardcore. Wait till I show you what I'm about to do to you."
That's
Well,
what
no,
James
there's
does?
a legit there's a part where he's tied up.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You fucking," he like calls them all different. Like Gandolfini's stand up, and he's like, "You pussy, you don't fucking." He's like, "You don't know what I've seen. You don't know what I've seen, what I've gone through, or
He
shit
calls
like
him
that."
an incel.
Yeah, he's like, "You fucking."
No,
cunt.
he
You
doesn't.
fucking.
You cunt.
While he's tied up, he's talking that mad
So, yeah, he's
shit.
talking to Gandolfini.
But so like
Gandolfini's like, "Fuck you. You're
so-
not gonna do anything."
But Nick Cage is about to pull the trigger, and then he goes back and he goes to the car and he calls that lady's mom.
yeah, they're like the victim.
And
Oh,
he was
shit.
like, "What if I told you like I could I could give you justice or anything like that?"
He
Like,
turns
he
into
says
Like, I
Batman
can hurt
for
the
a second.
people that hurt your daughter.
And she's like,
sort
"Yeah,
of thing.
fucking do it."
She's like, "Please do it."
Yeah.
Damn.
And he's like, "Oh, what are you talking about, you fucking cocksucker?" And then he just fucking does he shoot him or does he just light him on fire?
I think he shoots him and then he lights him on fire. Like he does it pretty dirty. It's an overkill.
And
Damn,
then
he shot him.
and
I
then
just heard it.
And
I
then
forget how he finds out about where Machine
we
lives.
find the machine. We come to
with
the end
Hella
of the movie.
Danzig,
Yes.
Hella Danzig band posters.
The machine-
Nick Cage
super influenced
tracks
by
down
Danzig.
the machine to some place like in Oklahoma.
Danzig 2 Lucifuge.
And he lives like in the suburbs or something
with his mom.
with his moms.
Ugh.
And he's just like just a
His mammies?
creepy dude. But when Nick Cage like sleeks into his room, and
He
the dude
sleeks
has
and
a
sneaks.
Danzig poster in his
100%.
room. That's the only thing that I could think of.
Is it the creepy one with the little fingy?
Yes,
The
it's
little
the one
fingy
where it's
poster?
Danzig has like weird latex fingers, like enlarged
What?
fingers. It creeps me out.
Yeah.
And it's good to know that a serial killer would have that in his poster. Like that's right. Like the
Yeah.
MO.
Keep
And then
them in the
there's a
dark
Marco Polo
light.
scene where Nick Cage goes machine and he goes yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they have like a fight to the death, right?
Yeah, and he's like
And
there's
a wet t-shirt contest.
but there's a point
That's
where,
cool.
there's a point where he like his mask gets ripped off after he's been stabbed like 17 different times.
The machine?
And he like goes to put on his dorky little glasses and he goes, "What? I just like it. I just like the freak of it."
I like the freak of it.
Yeah, he's like, why'd you kill her? And he's like, just because I wanted to, like I
Yeah.
could. There's no like, greater reason or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a
machine.
bummer, man.
And
It's
then
like,
Nick Cage goes home and just mows lawn, chain smokes cigarettes.
Yeah, like how do you? Yeah, he goes home. Like
never
he's a
talks to his
broken.
kid.
he's pounding
a
Miller
broken
Lights
man.
and just
Yeah.
mowing the lawn. Yeah, no,
It's like he never fully came back from Vietnam.
Dude, it's a depressing end. Like he goes home and he's,
There's
and
no
he's happy
resolve.
to be with his family,
but there's no resolve because he still has that shit on his mind.
Yeah, exactly.
And like the movie takes place
frosty.
over like quite a period of time. Like he's invested like over a year of his life into
and he's been
that
away
shit.
from his wife.
That's
and
what I'm
his
saying. Like
family.
and they fully went full tweak. And
Yeah,
he
yeah.
went full.
He tweets, he
kink.
twerks.
He
went full kink.com.
Yes, yes.
Really?
And he just in in the movie he's like to fucking track down the serial
Well, no, it
smut
shows
artist. You have to become the serial
You have
smut
to become
artist.
a kink
Well, no,
god.
legit. It does
Kink
show.
god.
It does show his descent into like his
now he's
obsession
a
over
kink
finding
god.
the.
That's what I'm
over
saying.
finding
Like
the-
he
Because like when he's talking to his
fully
wife
de-
online, she's like, "What? Like, what are you doing? How are you doing?"
You think he's telling the truth?
I don't care.
What does that mean?
What did he say?
Wait, are you having a stroke right now?
Yeah. So what?
And he just winks a couple times.
He'd act like he's chill.
He tried to, but like
he couldn't tell her the truth. Yeah, he couldn't tell her the truth.
Yeah,
he's like, you got to see that.
And it's like he can hear his kid crying in the background, and I think it just like
it's nothing compared to Pornhub. It's on another level.
We got to take that button off.
I just want to say that I think I'm gonna have to go back and watch this flick now that we're talking about it.
No, it's 100%. I thought it was a pretty rad movie.
Definitely rewatchable.
Yeah, because porn, once you've seen one, you've seen them all. Sometimes you got to up the ante.
Yeah.
And go into that 8mm.
What is this rated? It's just rated R.
I disagree.
I think it was just R.
This was just rated R in '99, and they were we were like 11, 12, 13, any of that age. Like, I didn't see it like in the theaters, but I probably saw it the next year after it came out.
Wow,
I swear to God, when I saw it, I watched it with my grandfather. It was like, hey, check this out.
It was like a.
But my grandfather's always been about like
you gotta think like Raising Arizona was probably just a few years or something.
No, that was like '89, baby.
Oh well, that's quite a few years. What was a recent Nick Cage movie that he did in the '90s where like Con Air,
Face Off, what's the one?
Face Off. Even that.
Escape from Alcatraz.
That was watchable like with other people, like a family. It wasn't like not watchable.
Escape from Alcatraz.
But then like
you're
they kind of treated 8mm like
you're expecting
it would be like that, and it's fucking
you're expecting a Nick Cage like family like movie almost like or a movie like that's tolerable for everyone,
like
to
a
mainstream. And this
down
was not. He went fully down the darkest.
Internet. I don't know. My whole family watched it.
Pre-dark internet.
I do want to say that the movie overall, I thought it was like made pretty well. And now that I'm looking, it was.
Oh shit! They tracked us down.
It's directed by Joel Schumacher. So
is it really?
Big ups to him.
Who made?
Are there a lot of men nipples in the movie?
It made fame from.
Yeah, so all I have ingrained in my head from seeing that movie as a youngster is just like the death scenes, the freaking rape scenes, the fucking.
There were no rape scenes though. What do you mean?
Like the images that flashing and showing.
I thought you were watching a different movie. My bad, baby.
No.
I thought you were watching a different 8mm.
I think she's assaulted.
She's assaulted.
That's part of the film.
The part of the film that he's investigating, they show it to you, and then seeing all the fucking trauma, the death, the fucking revenge, all that shit. As a kid, I was like, oh. Okay, was I supposed to watch this?
Dude, I love that scene where he fucks up Gandolfini, who's super unapologetic.
Yeah, that's probably my
redeeming
favorite
thing
scene of the film.
Yeah,
it's like you
get the most like gratification.
Exactly.
Out of it,
yeah, somebody gets their come up in just a little bit. Yeah, and you just get to see him beat to a pole.
Justice.
The director who tried to pretend like he's like an auteur.
Yeah, he's actually like Gandolfini's so great in this movie.
Yeah. Does what's his name get?
I was so young. I thought
Machine.
Yes,
that's what we're talking about. That's the dude where you find out like he's in. He like listens to Danzig.
Yeah. Nick Cage.
So both of them.
He gets stabbed by Nick Cage.
Yeah.
The very end.
Yeah. And then the thing that was so gnarly about it is that like the guy like his presence looks so gnarly. And then, like when he's about to die, somebody takes his mask off, and he's like fiddling with his glasses.
He looks like a farmer or something. He just looks like a normal dude. It's very like, it's more unnerving.
But they don't show you kill him, do they?
Yeah, they show they're fighting over a knife.
Yeah,
and then
he stabs him in the gut.
He stabs him. He's a little stronger.
Yeah,
gets him
a little stronger than the machine.
Yeah.
The machine's dick is stronger.
He's no match to
and Nick Cage does some kind of wild like scream where he's like,
yeah, he does.
You tear my shirt.
I just remember like how a lot of the scenes were dark too. Like they weren't like showing him doing like anything in the daytime between like going to get a meal in the daytime. Like,
everything looks seedy.
Everything was seedy.
No, but
there was.
But that's what I'm saying. Like the daytime shots were like cloudy, and it was like when he's talking to his wife. It was never like a sunny moment.
No, there was the whole movie was like trying to be looking like a darkness over the movie.
I definitely dug the vibe of it.
You pulled that up that quick.
Daddy chill. All right, everybody. Thanks.
What
for
even
listening.
the hell was that?
The movies from memory. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We've had a hell of an episode here. We've done 8mm.
Mr. E back for 8mm.
Finally, we've got Mr. E.
Are you talking about JB or?
We've got
so he's able to like kill all the bad guys.
Yes, he's able to vanquish.
I mean, he doesn't stop the thing from happening.
Wait! Doesn't the wife end up killing herself
guys.
after she finds out that the husband
I think she does have a heart attack or something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, when she finds out the film was
that it was
legit.
real. Yeah.
That's right.
Dude, that's got
what a bitch though.
Nobody ends up happy at all at the end of the movie.
No, it's a fucked up movie, and I wouldn't
the guys
recommend
that
watching
did
it.
Nick Cage is
but
like
he's just living with that guilt
from it now,
that
right?
guilt.
Yeah,
no, it's not guilt.
You
but
need to
the
go
trauma.
do 7 Hail Marys after you watch this
Right.
movie. You need to go ask God.
Well, and that's
you
not
need to,
nothing compared to what he is.
You need to ask Jesus to re-die for the sin of watching this.
You need to go watch some Veggie Tales after this movie.
Mystery's talking about bringing Jesus back just to die again, baby.
Oh man.
Oh my god. You know what they should make is
Finish him.
like a fucking.
They should make a 16.
Make a remake.
16.
No. It'd be
sequel?
4K. It'd be all 4K.
16
Oh, it'd be 4K.
POV 4K.
Oh no.
4K.
Dude, okay.
4K Nick
before
Cage.
we end, have you guys seen Don't Fuck with Cats on Netflix?
I don't want to talk about
Don't
that.
fuck with cats.
Can't say I have.
You have to watch that because it's a real life snuff film that got put out on the internet, but it was of a guy just killing cats.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like a documentary.
Oh, shit.
About
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
find
yeah,
It's
it.
a documentary about. Well, it wasn't a documentary. This is a story
It is
about
a documentary.
how people on Reddit and on the internet
It's a documentary.
track down the guy.
So is that your?
it is
that
a
your
documentary,
movie
but
pick?
that's
Right
the
there?
next pick you guys.
They're trying to track down
Next
the guy
thing
who
on
made
Netflix,
it.
check
Yeah.
out "Don't Fuck with Cats." No, it's really fucked up the story.
Yeah, I
because
heard about that.
The guy's an actual. It turns out the guy's an actual serial killer. He did eventually murder people,
Oh,
but
wow.
it was like the progression from like starting to like torture
low-key a
animals
serial
and
killer
posting
'cause I
it
kill-
on the
I
internet
crush
to like a real life fucking serial killer evavolving and having this
I'm
like.
gonna edit that one out.
It was
So
literally like it became Catch Me If You Can, like the Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio.
Bro, don't hype
Yeah,
it
I
up
love
this
that.
hard, buddy.
What? It was.
my
It did because the guy was only putting.
It's kind of like a Scorsese movie.
He
but,
was putting out content just to have people try to track him down.
No way.
Yeah, so you should watch
That's
it.
pretty
the
gangster.
Zodiac.
It's her
But
Riddler
you know what
also.
we should really do?
Yeah.
Is
Zodiac.
we should have
Yeah.
hired Nick Cage as a PI to track down the person that
Oh damn.
made that film about all of us that one time.
Missed opportunity.
Peace.
Let's do it.
I've been JB.
All right, you heard it there. Everybody have a good night.
But I'm no longer.
But I'm no longer. I'm gone.
Thanks for listening to Movies from Memory. Dante.
Let us know.
Send
I'm
us all
sure
your
we
favorite
remembered
email
everything perfectly.
Yeah, we did. I'm sure. Everything lines up just right. It's
Yeah,
completely
this
even.
one was rough.
Yeah. It was very dark, just like the subject matter. But I think we got through it together respectfully.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank everybody.
Thanks, guys.
And have a good night.
The Queen Bee.
The thing about Queen Bee is that JB or is it Becky with the good hair?
I'm back.
It's smart to not incriminate yourself.
Yeah, I'm too
Yeah.
deep.
The camera.
Oh, that's a personal collection. You guys don't even
that's
need to
what
worry
that-
about
yeah.
that. That's like
It's
pretend
for later.
pretend it's a nanny cam. Don't even worry
Okay.
about it.
Well,
it's just
for,
there
for
to
the
document
theme of the
for me.
episode, that's like it could turn into a snuff film.
If we play it right.
Give me one phone call. I'll have a BDSM festival in the living room. Give me one phone call.
All right. Well, with that, folks.
Wow.
What just fell out of your
Let's
nose?
just.
Probably a boogie.
This is pure anarchy and chaos. You all ready? You all
let's
ready
do
for
it.
this?
Is that a video
Yeah.
popping off?
Uh,
That'll be for our.
It's probably in the wrong place.
That's probably for our premium
That's for
subscribers.
the
Oh, for the
Patreon.
Patreon.
For the
Our
OnlyFans.
Patreon.
Yeah, that's
Our
what it is. It's for the
patrons. Yeah.
100%.
And also, if you guys subscribe now, there's a lot of like content about my feet. A lot of
more
content
feet shit.
on our Patreon.
I like that.
And then this, a
Mystery
video
is, like,
broadcast
angling
of our
it out of
podcast.
his, he's
Just those
angling it
two
out of his,
things. Or it won't. I won't be able to edit it. Right.
I don't want to talk about
Don't
this.
fuck with.
This is a Sugar Ray fan center here. It's a safe
Yeah,
space.
the safe
Fan
space
cast.
for
Uh,
Sugar Ray
For
fans.
what